Hello everyone, this is Group 2, and today we'll discuss our research on Steam integrated marketing strategy. So first, let's go over the history of the Steam. So Steam is developed by Valve, the game developing company, and we have a lot of blockbusters like Half-Life and Counter-Strike. And from 1996 to 2007, it's an era of the IP. So if you got a hot IP, if you got a blockbusters, you take charge of the market. And in this era, Steam was very successful. And in 2007, Steam realized the market demand, and we developed a community. So this is very good because the interaction between consumers and the companies is growing. So this is what we've done. However, from 2007 to today, we haven't made any big move. And now we are forced to make a big move because we are facing stronger and stronger competitors. So where are we now? So today, our situation is we are suffering from huge pressure from younger and cheaper distributions like Epic and Origin. Yeah. Uh, Due to the supply chain management and business model of these distributions, they are able to provide customers with cheaper games and lower discount and stronger sales. So if we want to compete with them directly, we will be involved in a price war. So our overall strategy would be to increase differentiation to avoid a price war. So how can we realize this? Since our competitors are all providing attractive discount and sales, and they are positioning themselves as a businessman. So it's a good chance for us to position ourselves as a gamer instead of a businessman, because we are in the game industry and gamers have their own group culture and they want to be admitted and by the society and realize each other's demand. So this is what we can do. So how can we change our position? So uh, one way is to emphasize the brand of Steam instead of its hot IPs. We've got a lot of blockbusters right now. We've got Dota 2 and we've got CS:GO. However, it's not enough. Our consumers need to stay with these IPs, but they don't stick to Steam. What we need to do is to emphasize the branding of the Steam, emphasize the name of Steam, and make our consumers stick to Steam. So how can we do this? Basic solution would be to improve our community, because if the community is developed, people will realize that they are in a game group, and they will and this is a basic solution to increase our consumer loyalty. However, in the following part, my team members will show you some other possibility to increase our to rebuild the brand of the Steam. So where should we start with? We'll start with the market part. So based on our research, most of our market is composed by these three segmentations. So the first one is the one-trick shooter. So the most important attribute of this segmentation is that they keep playing a certain game genre, and they play every version of it. And as for the awareness and the knowledge part, they usually learn a game from their game news and their friends. And when they are about to purchase a game, they evaluate the endorsement and they rant before purchase a game to see whether it's good. If a game is good enough and attractive enough, they won't care about the money that much. And we also need to pay attention to their frequent interaction with their friends, because this has a huge influence almost on every step of their journey. And let's come to a second segmentation, which is the Uptown Game Boy. So for this segmentation, they play various games on various systems. And very similar to the first segmentation, they uh, frequently discuss with their friends about games. So it is also a vital activity for them. However, their activities are more various. Uh, for example, they do game streaming and watch game streaming, and they also frequently visit pop-up stores, and they read blogs, and some of them even write blogs. And they care about the latest news about games, and they really care about the latest. And some of them care about sales, but also if the game is good enough, they won't care about the money that much. So these two segmentations are our main target segmentations. And based on our research, it also has been the target market of Steam in the past few years. However, in the following part, we'll introduce you a third target segmentation because this is a growing segmentation, and it might be the segmentation that Steam wants to focus on in the near future, which is the night watcher. So this segmentation is, most of them are above 30 years old, and they have kids. And with the growth of the game industry, now gaming has become more and more common among people and more popular and more convenient for us to reach. So some of the night watchers will play game to fill in their spare time. So these people will try various equipment, and they share one attribute, which is they stay with certain characters. So if a game is about their familiar character, they are likely to play it. As for the awareness and knowledge process, they usually learn a game from their kids, from television advertisements and newsletters about games. So most of these channels that they are able to reach are traditional channels. So if we want to reach this segmentation, it would be better for us to develop some traditional channels. And another attribute of this segmentation is they care about the price and they also care about the sales. The sales events have a huge influence on this segmentation. And as for their habits, they play games for fun and relax, and they can easily get frustrated by a hard game. So this is the products genre that we want to promote in this group. Some of them will post game information on forums, but most of them seldom recommend a good game to their friends. So this means we see their impact uh, among people around them are limited. So this is what we need to pay attention to. But this doesn't matter because this is a growing group. Uh, our target market will still be the former two segmentations, and these segmentations will be our new target. And so up to now, we've introduced our target market and the target market of Steam in the past few years. So what about our competitors? Because we need to position ourselves. We need to understand our competitors. What is their target market and what is their position? In the following part, Jay will introduce the market position and target market of our competitors through keyword analysis. So now let's welcome Jay.
Okay, so um, we performed 5 keyword researches, and the first one is about Steam. So after some SEO research, we found that the frequent keywords of Steam are stream, sea of themes. This is a name of the game, and free games and games on PC. So Steam is a huge platform that have both popular games and free games available. The focus on PC gaming will become a shortage as customers are getting more and more mobile. So the keywords of stream reviews that Steam is having moves on stream services and partnership with Twitch.tv will become an advantage as streaming services can drive new customers into the platform. Next slide. And then we had a keyword research on Epic Game, and we found that the frequent keywords of Epic Game are that the Fortnite, Messengers, free games on PC. You see, free games on PC, which is quite similar on the keyword research of Steam. And so Epic Game developed an inbound marketing strategy using Fortnite to review traffic to its platform. It established a strong connection between players through Messenger, and it provides tons of free games. And Epic Games will become a major competitor of Steam. Next slide. So next, we performed a keyword research about Battle.net. The frequent keywords of Battle.net are WW, which is World of War, and Overwatch, Blizzard, and Warfare games. So we thought that Battle.net is a game-based website with no sense of community. And customers even have trouble with Gmail logins, which we can see from the pictures here. People are frequently asking about the Gmail logins, which is a serious trouble. Next slide. Next we have PlayStation.com. So for PlayStation.com, the frequent keywords become the PS4, which is PlayStation 4, God of War, a name of the game, and PS4 controller and Lego Star. So similar to Battle.net, PlayStation.com provides popular games that are available on its own system. However, there is no keywords about free games, which means its target audience are slightly different than that of Steam's in terms of financial viability. Next slide. And there goes Xbox.com. The frequent keywords of Xbox are Xbox, Game Gold, Minecraft, and games on Xbox. So Game Gold is a new keyword in our research. It appeared just now, and it is used for trades within games to maximize CLV. Xbox.com has popular games that are being frequently asked about. Xbox Gears and Game on Xbox tells us that new customers are visiting the website, which means Xbox is very successful to attract new customers in recent reforms. Next slide. So GamesRadar.com is a new competitor that appeared in our research. So it is a gaming community website that focuses on game reviews, which is not quite similar to what Steam does. However, as Steam wants to build a strong brand image with its gaming community, GamesRadar is an obstacle that cannot be bypassed. So for GamesRadar.com, the frequent keywords are mouse for gamers, video game show, free games, and even Marvel. Next slide. So what's common and what's next? Let's see here. This is a picture of the click rates of each platform. So Steam, we can see that Steam and GamesRadar.com are two leading websites in gaming. And PlayStation is catching up with Steam though. So Steam, if we compare Steam to GamesRadar.com, Steam sells games and have tons of free games, and it generates 3,000 times of clicks in July 2020. GamesRadar.com only writes game reviews and provides some insights of new games, and it generates 201,000 times of clicks. We can tell that having a game review and establish a good game community is very prominent, and we think that establish a game community is the future for Steam. Next slide. And from a deeper SEO research, we found some potential traffic opportunities and even target audience. So using spyfood.com keyword research, the biggest potential traffic opportunities are in a variety of different keywords such as game boards, Ironcast, free games online, games war, puzzle and game. So this means that Steam's potential target audience for the new SEO and PPC strategy should target people who are looking for puzzle games, board games, war games, and games that are free, which Steam didn't quite want to focus on according to our research. So let's welcome Alonso to talk about our solution and what did we learn from our research.
Okay, so what we learned from our research so far, according to our Spy for research, Steam has invested less than 1% in its pay-per-click campaigns. This is less than $1,000 per month invested in PPC, which is much lower than Steam's main competitors. Another thing we learned is that about is Steam's current content marketing strategy. Steam uses its online store, Steam Community Hub, and social media as its main digital channels, with images, reviews, videos, guides, and broadcasts as its main touchpoints to reach consumers, as you can see in the picture we provided here. Another thing we learned is that our competitors' strategy, a majority of their keywords are their brand names, their products. However, we saw that for many of them, they rank highly in keywords involving the words free, games, and PC, which signals to us that a lot of people are searching in search engines about free games. They want free games. They want games for their PC. So that's definitely something Steam should look out for. And another thing we found is that people who are searching for these free games and games for specific genres such as war games, board games, and puzzle games, as we previously mentioned. Next slide. So basically, our solution for Steam's current SEO and PPC campaign or current strategy is that we need to develop a SEO and PPC strategy to reach an audience that wasn't originally searching for Steam or doesn't know about Steam. Because if we look at where Steam's highest ranking keywords are, a lot of them involve people searching for Steam specifically. So when people want to search for Steam, or what people do is they search for Steam in the Google engines, and we come up first, and that's what generates a lot of clicks for Steam. However, we want to develop. We see an opportunity in developing an SEO and PPC strategy to reach audience that wants free games, puzzle games, and board games, as we saw as those were potential opportunities that we could target. So we can do this by targeting more general gaming keywords such as free gaming online to steal potential clicks from Epic Games and other competitors for Steam. And then we can develop a content marketing strategy uh, revolving around these rising keywords so that we can not only um, rise higher on the SEO when people search in about certain genres or free games in general, um, but we can do this by creating articles, blog posts, and other news posts and updates on our community page that eventually lead the consumers to download Steam and interact with our storefront. Next slide. Now we would like to introduce our other marketing channels, such as our social media channels.
This part is about the marketing channel Instagram. On Instagram, Steam Games Official has 645 posts and around 110,000 followers. Since Instagram platform gathers a large number of teenagers, it will be a good opportunity for Steam to promote new games. The posts here are mainly posters of new games on Steam. Most posts have around 50 likes, and we can find that the number of followers and likes of Steam account on Instagram is small compared to the number on other social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter. One important reason is that Instagram is more popular with females than it is with males globally. And when males want to get some news about games, their first choice is game forums instead of Steam. Next slide, please. This part is about the touch points on Instagram. Most users on Instagram are young people who are Steam's target customers. It's also more likely that teenagers like making interesting comments on games, which serves as a perfect touch point of our branding. In order to leverage the account on Instagram to create more engagement, we would suggest Steam to cooperate with KOL in gaming industry to promote more new game posts. Next slide. This part is the marketing channel Twitter. The Steam account on Twitter has 5.5 million followers, and the content is similar to the Facebook account. Most posts here are sales information and several are about events or ideas. Most of them have around 300 likes, and some hot posts have over thousands of likes. People have much more discussions and engagements with Steam on Twitter. Social media are the most effective method to establish a gamer brand image of Steam. Also nowadays, people like to interact with official accounts on social media. If we can keep producing interesting and lively opinions on various games, we can not only attract new gamers but also interact more with Steam users. Building a connection between consumers and the brand of Steam is critical at this period. Only in this way, Steam can prevent from the price war with emerging game distributions who are providing bigger discounts than Steam. Next slide. The target core gamers have the highest average spend for games in the digital format. They typically follow game information accounts on different social media platforms to stay updated about game news. They like participating in online game communities, discussing best strategies, asking help for puzzles, and gossiping about upcoming titles. So to engage more with customers and expand the influence, Steam can launch some lottery draw campaigns. For example, people who retweet or comment can participate in the lottery draw activity held by Steam, and the lucky one would win gift cards on Steam. Next slide.
Okay, so in addition to Instagram and Twitter, the YouTube is also a marketing channel. We have treated YouTube as an advertisement before, but it's possible that we also develop an account there to play game streaming or official trailers or some new games. Many games like Battlefield has established YouTube accounts to play their game trailers. Sometimes game streaming is more effective to attract gamers than advertisements. Or we can even develop our own streaming platform. Next slide, please. Streaming platform is mainly a way to attract new users by game stuff. Though this method doesn't directly show the gamer image, it reflects our attention to the game content. YouTube would be a very good touch point. For example, we can insert a link to interact with the viewer in the videos. Besides, the interaction technology of streaming videos are developed in this year, so more and more young people like to interact with viewers after the streaming videos. So Steam can randomly select some viewers from these people to give rewards or try new games for free. Next slide, please. And the last marketing channel is the Steam community. Since we have our own game forum named Steam Community, we have not set up any official accounts on other game forums. However, it is possible that some official posts on other game forums may attract gamers to the Steam platform. On the other hand, we can convene gamers to participate in some offline events through the Steam community or other game forums. For example, we can invite some famous players to try out new Steam games and give participants some rewards or game discounts. Next slide. The effect of Steam community and other forums are different. Touchpoint on other forums are mainly interaction with potential new users. For example, Steam can actively communicate with potential users in these forums and use some discount to attract these users to use Steam. On the other hand, the Touchpoint on Steam community is mainly with old users, which is used to decrease the churn rate. For example, if you found that a Steam user has posted some complaints in the forum, you should deal with the information in a timely and effective manner and use something like promotion or other means to retain users who may leave. So both media are a good touch point for us to establish the gamer image. Next slide, please. So what is the future opportunities and challenges? There are several opportunities. First is due to the COVID-19, people may spend longer at home and can spend more time playing games. Then Steam is able to quickly enter the mobile game market with its reputation. And as Steam has many users in every channel, it can utilize this advantage to better build brand image as a gamer. And they also have some challenges. The first one is that many independent publishers have now developed their own game marketplace, and some competitors currently dominate the mobile gaming marketplace. And the rise of cloud gaming will change consumer preference and may eventually kill the need for gamers to download games. Next slide. Next slide. Thank you. That's for all.